Hey everybody, it's David and Nikki Nellis for Foodie the Beast.
Let's get ready to rumble. It is a cocktail throwdown with GINA CHERSEVANI and Owen Thompson. They're doing it at the Metropolitan Cooking and Entertaining Show and here in studio. And we got Mad Fox Brewers in. I think there's some brews in our future.
And Johnny Moe, the musical chef, is in. You'll find out how musical he really is. And the folks from Founding Farmers are in talking their new restaurant and bees.
It's going to be a great show. Stay tuned.
Planet Wine. It's like having your own wine cellar right in the heart of Del Rey. More than 700 bottles of domestic and imported wines offer something for every occasion and budget. For fine wines and more, there's a whole planet. Planet Wine in Del Rey. Mad Fox Brewery in Falls Church does a lot of things well, mostly having to do with its chef-driven seasonal menu with Russell Cunningham, a guy I know and like, and a list of frothy home brews. Bill Madden of Mad Fox is in. Bill, you guys just won 2 medals at the American Beer Festival. How does that feel?
Awesome.
Yay!
Freaking awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
What is your competition for something like that?
God, almost 400 of the breweries were in competition. There were over 3,000 beers that were judged in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
And we managed to pull 2 medals, a gold medal for our Kolsch Keller beer, which we have some here.
Great.
And a bronze medal for our English Summer Ale.
So how much did you have to pay the judges exactly?
No, that's not how it works. And so tell us a little bit about the brewing.
The brewing, as
Yes.
far as...
Like with the beers that won, like how many beers did you submit into the competition?
We submitted 18 beers to the competition, and 17 different categories. So I'm still waiting for the judge results to see which beers actually went forward. But of the beers that we've got medals for, obviously we know that already.
Do the judges, I mean, when you see wine, pardon me, sorry audience, sorry everybody, when you see these kinds of competitions for wine, the judges taste and spit. Do the beer judges just drink it all? I mean,
well, actually I'm a beer judge also. I judge the...
So what do you do? I mean, do you just...
How does it work?
We ingest it. We take it into
Good boy. All right.
Okay.
That's so you can get the full olfactory experience of beer. You need to swallow to get the full experience.
I agree with that.
And
I
then
think
is
that
there
makes
an
sense.
ambulance on?
No, you're
Or a
taking
cab, at
very
least?
small samples. I mean, I'll judge 30 beers in a morning, but you're only taking a little bit of it in.
Sure. So now you brought a whole array of beers today. Tell us a little bit about the first one you're pouring for us.
Okay, well, this is our Kolsch beer. which
It's
was
so
actually-
light.
Yeah.
It's very pale in color.
Pass that over, if you will. It's a German-style golden ale, beer style that originates in the Cologne area of Germany. We import the malt, the hops, and even the yeast to make this beer. The only thing that's ours is actually the water.
Okay.
Salud.
Interesting.
Cheers.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, let's get our fighters up to the mic. Bill, I'm just going to ask you to step over for a
No
sec.
problem.
We have GINA CHERSEVANI and Owen Thompson in.
Let's get
Ready
ready
to
to rumble.
They got their gloves on.
All right, so you guys are going to be duking it out in a real throwdown at the Metropolitan Cooking and Entertaining Show.
Be careful over there, please.
All right.
We have
It's
no
been building up
insurance.
for years,
I
you know.
know.
So we're going to take turns here. Gina, we are going to give you 3 minutes right now to tell us how you're going to beat the hell out of Owen at the November 5th throwdown.
Okay, you
at
got
the
to speak
show.
in the mic.
Ready, set,
Go.
kick it.
It's going to be pretty vicious.
Oh, you're done.
Oh.
Okay, sorry.
It's going to be pretty vicious. We're going to set the pace that the older person is actually going to be the winner.
Not the taller person.
Not the taller person, the older person. And the person in pink boxing gloves. We have 3 rounds of the competition. So the first one is an old-fashioned. Second is a mystery ingredient, which we'll get on stage. And then the third round is a fantasy cocktail, whatever we want. So that's really going to be interesting, considering both of us have an amazingly different style and yet really creative in different ways.
Well, today you're going to be mixing cocktails that
They're just
supposedly...
mixing one cocktail.
Right,
One
what I'm
cocktail.
saying. Each.
How many?
We're having a competition.
Yeah, you
Right.
you know what the umbrella was, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What was the umbrella?
I don't know.
Okay. So,
Oh, do you know what the umbrella was?
Yeah.
he knows.
You
All
don't
right.
know?
So your
Umbrella?
Your competition today was to make a cocktail that both Foodie and the Beast would like.
And then we're going to pick
I
the
won.
winner. All right, so for those of you who are longtime listeners of this show, you know that Founding Farmers has been advertising on it almost since the day we went on the air, and we love them so much.
No, it's very special.
And we've got And Founding Farmers has got some big new news, and we've got Dan Simons and Valerie Zweig in here to talk about it. Dan, let's start with you. Why don't you do 2 seconds on the Founding Farmers concept?
So Founding Farmers is a partnership with our restaurateurs and the North Dakota Farmers Union. And then for Potomac, we've added in some additional local investors. But it's a farm-to-table restaurant that's truly owned by farmers. And we take that not just to mean about the food that we do, but really the principles of farmers. So everything is crafted and everything is artisan, and it's more than just about the food or just about the drink. It's really sort of a holistic approach to the restaurant business, and that comes from our farmer owners.
All right, well, we have to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to find more of the sweet details going on with Founding Farmers in Potomac. We're still in the middle of a throwdown. Owen is up next in that corner over there, and we've got some beer. We'll be back in just a sec.
The phrase neighborhood restaurant means convenience, but not necessarily style or good taste. But in DC's West End, Circle Bistro, Noti Bianche, and Dish Plus Drinks take neighborhood dining to new levels. Circle Bistro offers contemporary French-inspired cuisine. Dish has new twists on American classics. And Noti Bianche is the perfect Italian trattoria. The Kennedy Center is just steps away, so pre- and post-theater dining is enjoyable and convenient. Dish, Noti Bianche, and Circle Bistro. There's good taste in the neighborhood. We are back on Foodie the Beast. We've got Valerie Zweig and Dan Simons in talking about bees and Founding Farmers and all that stuff. Dan, I want to make sure we've got a couple of minutes left that everybody knows where the new Founding Farmers in Potomac is exactly.
We're right at the development called Park Potomac, which is essentially at Route 270 and Montrose, or Montrose and Seven Locks.
Right, on that corner where all those beautiful new houses are.
That's right. There's some beautiful townhouses.
And there's a great little boutique called Emily Grace. She's like, I love it.
There's a Harris Teeter there.
Leave it to Nikki to know where all the great little boutiques
There's
are.
just not that many in this city, so, you got to know what you know. And don't you find that your consumer is a little bit more educated?
I think so, and I think people really do care. I find especially moms care. I mean, I'm a dad, and I think a lot of dads care, but moms care because they think about what they're feeding their kids, what they're feeding themselves. And, one way to avoid all of the, toxic stuff in the industrial food supplies, make food yourself. We make our own mayonnaise, we make our own ketchup. Our bar program obviously is 100% from scratch. And I think it is an educated consumer, and I think people really care. It's become more of an emotional issue as well, and people realize it really matters.
So thank you guys so much for coming in. Next time, though, when you come in, you have to come in with honey.
You bet.
We will.
And pollen.
I know. We're definitely. And the beeswax.
Yeah. We want lots. I want lots of things, okay?
Here in DC
Why don't
as
you
well.
explain what Mad Fox is to people so they have a better understanding?
We're also we're a full service restaurant as well as a brewery. We've got a scratch kitchen. Russell Cunningham.
Yeah,
Yes,
Russell
we do.
Cunningham is
We've
a
got
chef. Sure.
bakers that come in at 4 a.m. to make all of our breads, all of our
Are those
pizza
ding
doughs.
dongs? What is that over there?
Huh?
What are those?
She's looking at the food you brought.
The bacon. We've got chumpkins that were just made this morning. That
Chumpkins?
is a pumpkin pie inside a chocolate cake
pick that up,
with
too.
chocolate ganache on it.
Stop it. Wait, say it again. Wait, what?
It's a pumpkin pie, fresh pumpkin made from Cinderella
Not
pumpkins.
this.
Cinderella pumpkins that we actually use in the pumpkin beer that you're going to try next.
Okay.
So we make a pumpkin pie, then put it inside a chocolate cake, then cover it with chocolate ganache.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Then what we also
Eat
have,
all these donuts.
we have chocolate donuts, glazed donuts, and then we also have
I think I just got diabetes.
a specialty
I think I'm just like, oh my God.
of the restaurant. We do brunch on Sundays, which Russell is running right now, and we've got a bacon covered donut.
Oh,
Oh, that one. I missed
Yeah.
that one. Well,
I'm going to have to get to that next.
I'll have to eat that next.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are you pouring next?
So let's get to it. Here, if you wouldn't mind.
Bill, will you marry me?
Thank you.
Well,
It's legal in the district.
I'll just let that one go. My
Boy,
wife,
Andy never talks, but when he does, he says something pithy. All right, now we're going over to the pugilists. Look, Gina and Owen, there was a lot of smack talk, which is all blah, blah,
It was
blah.
kind of nice smack talk.
I know, but
Stop touching her. Stop touching her.
All right. But now we got to get down to drinking. We challenge you to come in here and concoct drinks that both the Foodie and the Beast could like. So we're going to take a sip and we're going to pick a winner, and whoever the loser is has to wash
I
the
think you're
dishes.
gonna have to take the gloves off.
We know we have a new challenge.
Okay.
Who gets it to you without spilling it with the gloves on?
Okay, then whoever spills it has to clean it up. I just want to make it very clear.
Fine,
Okay,
the gloves are coming off, Nikki.
Thank you. All right, Jean, tell us a little bit about what you made us before you pass it.
So the drink is, it's actually a fall slushy.
Okay.
So it's pear, a little bit of marigold that was made into a granita, and then it was finished off with a little bit of rye, bourbon, a little bit of fresh lemon juice, and I just made it right now.
Right. So the whole thing is like a granita?
It's done.
It's done.
Like a slushy.
Like a slushy. Cool.
Like a slushy.
All right, Owen, what'd you do?
All right. Well, what we did is, obviously
Thank you.
Gina was looking at my playbook last night trying to steal ideas. Because we actually both, ironically, because it's breakfast time, used butter in our drinks, I think. So this
There's butter in your drink?
A little bit. I forgot the
But
butter.
you forgot the butter.
You don't even know what you're making.
You
How
just
are you
gave her
gonna-
points.
There is butter.
She's punch drunk.
There is butter in my. Well, the idea of it was to make it look like pear butter.
It
So that's why
does.
it's in a mason jar. There is a little bit of butter. In
All right,
it.
you're stealing Owen's mic time.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Right.
Owen.
That's what she does, man. See?
Right.
That's why I want to knock her out. So what we did here was we actually took, we're making our own apple cider, which I did this morning. And then we...
Wait, back up. How long does it take to make apple cider?
Nah, man, no problem. Get up late.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always think apple cider has to like sit for a while. No?
Yeah, but we got it going all the time. I just put this drink on the menu at our American restaurant, American Eats
Eats.
Tavern. Yeah. So what they used to do, it's like an old apple toddy. They would like cut these apples in half, bake them with spices and butter, and then you'd mix that like a whole half of an apple with like hot water and whiskey. So obviously we don't have stoves behind the bar, but we're simulating that flavor. So we're making the ciders, doing it with all the spices they would have used, and then I'm actually putting the butter into the apple jack. So we're fat washing butter into the booze.
Can you explain? I don't understand how that works. I mean, just science-wise, like, because wouldn't the fat rise to the top of the
Well,
drink?
that's what it does. So we brown the butter, we pour it into the spirit, you let it hang out in there for like half hour to an hour just to sort of infuse the flavors. Then you're going to put it in the freezer, and it will like congeal at the top, so you
Right.
skim off all the solids, but a lot of that like good old flavor is still left behind
All
in
the
the
good
spirit.
old fat. It's all in
All
there.
right, let's have a sip.
All right. Very cool.
While Owen's passing this out, let me make sure everybody knows the Metropolitan Cooking and Entertaining Show is coming to the Convention Center. It's Saturday, November 5th through Sunday the 6th from 10 to 7 on Saturday and 10 to 6 on Sunday. It's a steal. General admission is $24.50 in advance and $27 at the door. Kids get in for, $12.50. And, there's so much going on there. They're cooking demos and seminars and tastings.
Paula Deen is going to. We got the nationals coming in. Paula Deen, Giada De Laurentiis, Jacques.
Jada's going to be on the show next week.
Yeah, Giada's going to be on
Bubba
our
de
show.
Bubba.
We're so
bad.
cool.
Well, I am.
Well, okay. And it's just going to be great. There's going to be so much going on there because a lot of the locals are there. You guys are there. I know Scott Trudeau is there. Chefs from all over the area doing cooking demos and talks. And it's just a great, great event for if you're a diehard
Well, let me
foodie.
just finish because if people
Okay,
are
go ahead,
interested,
finish.
you go to metrocooking.com or you can call 703-321-4890. It's an awesome event. It really is. Oh, and stop trying to intimidate her. It's too
know.
late.
She's
All right,
so-
turn to Johnny Moe, the singing chef. Johnny,
guitar.
Johnny's the chef owner of two Mallards restaurants on the Eastern Shore in Virginia, right?
What's up? Yeah, man.
Look at that. I did
Definitely.
my reading, man.
Wow.
About it.
So before you start singing and playing, give us a little 411 on Mallards.
Oh, man, we're a great little homegrown restaurant down on the Eastern Shore of Virginia. We've been there about 10 years now. It's a great little slice of heaven. We're surrounded by the Chesapeake Bay on one side, Atlantic Ocean on the other side. My restaurant is right on the Chesapeake Bay.
Wow.
So, you look out the back window, out of the kitchen when I'm cooking, and I can see bald eagles and seagulls and blue herons and all that cool stuff, and it's just very inspiring for doing what I do.
Well,
And so how long have you been doing what you're doing?
I've been cooking for 20 years now, at least. And that makes me sound really old when I say that, I think.
No, not to me.
But yeah, I was doing that. I grew up in the Rockville area. Grew up and went to Wheaton High School, went to a Votech school, and at the Edison Career Center in Montgomery County. And after I graduated high school, I went right to Johnson & Wales University in Norfolk, Virginia, the Virginia Beach campus. Graduated in 95 and just went from there in my career.
Well, so let's talk about what you're doing at Mallards. I mean, being in that area in the Chesapeake must provide you with just such an incredible array of product.
It is.
How inspiring is it, and how does that affect your menu?
The best thing about it is right next door to our restaurant is a fish house, and I can see the boats when they're coming past my kitchen window when they're coming in, and either if they don't call me right away, I just run over there 100 yards away and say, "What'd y'all get? What's hot?" You know, if they got rockfish or they're catching speckled trout or whatever they're getting, that's on my menu that night. You know, it's coming in off the boat right in my doors. Also, there's several local farmers, organic farmers, and regular farmers that are regular customers. A lot of bartering goes on. You know, they'll bring over a bushel of eggplant or a bushel of squash, and they get lunch for free or whatever. You know, we work it all out. So it's a lot of fun ways to live in a small town down there.
I bet that must be really exciting.
What do I get for a brick of Velveeta and some Wonder Bread? No?
We can work it out. You know, there's always, I haven't
totally
paid for a
doing
haircut
so
in 5 years. He comes in for free lunch, I get a free haircut. So not that it takes much to do.
It
But
requires hair. I don't think that's going to be on my list.
And so how do you use your music with your food? Like, let's talk about your books, because you do include your CDs in there. I mean, do you just think music and food, like happy chefs make happy food? What do you think?
To me, it's, you know, even when you're cooking in the kitchen, there's always some kind of beat going on, you know, with the crackling in the pan, or you're tapping the tongs on something, you're tapping for the waitresses to come and pick up their food, whatever it may be. You know, the music is all around you all the time, and it's been a passion of mine just as long as cooking has. So I just thought it only common sense to put the two together.
You're kind of like the Jimmy Buffett of the Eastern Shore.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, and we just, you know, we do a lot of charity events, once again, not just for the food bank, but other stuff. But putting the book and the music together, once again, you put the CD in, you cook for 5 tracks. By the time the food's done cooking, you sit down, you got 5 tracks to listen to while you eat, you know, it's, or drink, or whatever you choose to do.
Well, and how did you decide what kind of items you picked for the recipes in the book? Because a lot of them seem great for parties.
Well, yeah, we're doing a series of books, basically. The next one I'm working on now is Johnny Mo Rocks the Grill, which would be all grilled
Anything
items.
that's called rock, though, would be for I mean, these are not for funerals.
No. But,
Unless
you know,
the funeral's a party.
It could be my funeral.
that's right,
My
that's
funeral,
right,
I'm
you
all
know.
about a party. It's cool.
No, don't tempt me.
I don't take it as a
She
threat.
is insured, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice. That'd be a heck of a party, right?
Right, exactly.
The first book was set up over basically a regular 5-course meal. You got appetizer, soup, salad, entree, dessert. The second book was more geared towards catering, entertaining, partying, stuff like that. So it's just hearty appetizers, dips and salsas, stuff like that. And it's just a fun read, and it's each recipe I like to put a full color picture with, because I don't like cookbooks so much when you open it up and it just has a recipe and nothing to shoot for. You know, I like to have, okay, it's supposed to look something like this, and you can still get creative with it and make your own twist on it. But at least if you have a general direction to go in by seeing a picture and putting your eyes on it, we all eat with our eyes. We know that. You know, in a restaurant, anywhere you go, the first thing you're going to do is smell it, see it. You know, eating it, tasting is one of the last things you do.
Well, while
in the food experience.
what were you were cooking up something. While you were cooking up something in the kitchen.
Oh, the crab cakes.
Oh, was it the crab cakes?
yeah.
We're all like, God, what does that smell? So
New perfume, dear.
we're like, we're gonna eat soon.
All right, well, we're going to have to wrap up.
But
Before we do,
he has
wait.
a bunch of stuff to tell us, so
Well,
let him do that.
I want to make sure we cut you loose, but before you go, people need to know how to find you on the web and where Mallard's
There you go.
two
Well,
locations
I'm
are.
Johnny Mo the Musical Chef, and you can see me at chefjohnnymo.com or at my restaurant's website, which is mallardsllc.com. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, all that good stuff. You just search me out. We're doing all kinds of stuff. Once again, this being where I'm from, I'm coming up here next weekend for the Read, Eat, Give over at Montgomery County Library. It's right down in downtown Rockville.
Yeah.
It's a great fundraiser for the library. Libraries are still around, even though we've got the internet and all that stuff. They're still out there, and they need all the help they can get. So I'm coming back to my old stomping grounds. I'm putting on a demo. I'm playing music. There's going to be food. Tickets are just $50 a person. Or wait, $75 a couple. So you save that $25.
Wait a minute. We're going to go to commercial in 1 minute.
All
so
right.
I'm going to let Johnny play. You'll play us into the commercial. Is that cool?
Sounds like a plan.
Rock and roll.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. This is a little song off my first CD from the first cookbook, but it's called I Want to Go Back. You know? Me and my friends like to sit around and talk about the way the times have changed. We used to run the streets so wild, playing all kinds of crazy games. Stay out till the street lights came on, then run home as fast as you could. Cause mama been cooking some dinner all day, and you know it's gonna be good. Oh man, that's what it's all about, you know. 2 passions, 2 loves, and 1 good time. Yeah. Oh, I wanna go back to them days when I was just a little kid, didn't have nothing to worry about, yeah.
Planet Wine in Del Rey is more than just 700 great wines. There's also a stellar selection of craft beers picked by Greg Engert, one of Food and Wine's favorite. We are back on Foodie and the Beast with David and Nikki Nellis. We got all kinds of stuff going on in here, but before we get back to the show, I just want to thank the folks at support the show and help make it happen. Georgetown Bakery, best bagels in the world. Neighborhood Restaurant Group, that's the Two Rusticos, Evening Star, Vermilion, Buzz Bakery, Birch and Barley, Columbia Firehouse, all their great restaurants. The folks at Founding Farmers. Now there will be 2.
There will be 2.
The one downtown and the new one in Potomac in November.
And lots of honey.
Und lots of honey. Our friends at Notte Bianchi Dish and Circle Bistro that are part of the Modus Hospitality Group. Charles Schwartz and Son Fine Jewelers. And the folks at Bethesda Central Farm Market. And if you're listening, folks out there, if you're not a sponsor of this show, again, I don't want you to feel too bad, but you can always call me.
Well, and I also think it's really important to say that the Bethesda Central Farm Market just announced last week that they are going to be year-round.
They'll be open all year.
And they have so much going on there.
Sundays
it's such a great
from 9
market.
to 1 on Elm Street in Bethesda. They got 45 vendors now.
It's
awesome.
amazing.
It's
Great
awesome.
farmers.
All right, so let's get back to Gina and Owen because they are desperate to know who the winner is.
Put that food in your mouth and come stand up at the mic.
They're over there eating bacon-covered donuts from
and
Mad Fox.
right.
We're actually dipping the bacon donuts
This is
in the
a
beer.
good show. It's very ecumenical. Everybody gets together and snarps down everyone else's stuff. All right, so it's time to call this.
All right. This was really hard, as I'm sure you both know, because both of these flavors are right up my alley. But I am definitely, we did not agree. He liked one, and I liked the
I'm
other.
surprised.
She's
And
stupid.
I think just because of the weather and everything, I went with the warm one. I went with Owen's. It just totally appealed to me. I could see myself just sipping it all day. It's a little scary, but really good.
And while Owen, I liked it a lot, I have to say that if anything ever happens to my marriage with Nikki, Gina, you're next. Mrs. Nellis, number 48. Yeah, I went with Gina's because I just like, I like that kind of melted. What do we call this? Icy.
It's like a granita.
I know that. I know, but it's like those.
It's supposed to be like pear butter.
I know, but it's like the Hawaiian ices, and it does taste like pear, and it does taste like butter. It's like a Slurpee. It's great. So,
it is.
So you split 1-1. So we're gonna come over and punch both of you in the face.
It's a tie. It's a
All
tie.
right. Well, then it's going to be a good matchup.
Right. We can't wait. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Good job, guys. That was
Cheers,
great,
everybody.
great fun.
Guys, thanks very much. Let's
Thank
get
you.
Bill Madden back up to the microphone. Bill's a traveling man from Mad Fox Brewery out in Falls Church. Bill, let's talk a little about the kitchen. You've got Russell Cunningham out there.
Yes.
Who is, how long has he been with you?
Since before we opened.
Okay, so
the
he
beginning.
started
Well, I
out-
think what's most important is to talk about, you guys do a lot of beer dinners. You got
Yes.
music coming in. So why don't you, for people who haven't had the opportunity yet to get out to you guys, tell us what you guys are doing and what we can expect.
Okay, well, Thursday nights we're developing our music program, and actually my wife is working on that. I don't even know the names of the bands, unfortunately.
Well, can I introduce you to our chef, Johnny Moe, here?
Yes. Johnny Moe,
and
the
I was
musical
gonna
chef.
say if you
You know what the word is that his band Quad Pod really cooks. So, thank you.
They're really hot.
Thank you very much.
and we're looking to also develop our Saturday night music program, which we haven't started just yet. So Saturday nights could work for you coming up here. I don't know. Let's do that.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Love it.
And it looks like New Year's we're about to sign somebody pretty big. I
Okay.
think Tom Principato is a
Okay.
local
Really?
bluesman
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Falls
yeah.
Wow,
Church.
very
Yeah.
cool.
So we're very excited about that. Beer dinners.
His price just went up if you're about
I
to
know. I shouldn't have
Nice
said that.
going, pal.
I shouldn't have said that.
That's right.
Then we'd also do beer dinners on a fairly frequent basis. We try and get one up every couple of months. In August, we did a vegetarian beer dinner, which went out
Interesting.
really, really well. Most folks who came were so thankful that somebody actually did a beer dinner that their
Right.
vegetarian wife or husband could enjoy and not have to pass off all the
Oh,
food.
nice.
So
All right. Well, I think we absolutely have to thank our guests. We have Johnny Moe, the musical chef. Yeah, love it.
He struck a chord with us.
Gina Chesavani, Owen Thompson, Bill Madden, Dan Simons, and Valerie Swipe. Thank you all so much for coming in today.
And next week we're still talking about the Metropolitan Cooking and Entertaining Show. Giada De Laurentiis will join us.
Dun, 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 dun.
We'll find out about, I believe he's her granddad, Dino, and Sophia Loren, too.
Okay, I don't think we're going to find out about
Lori
that.
Forster, the wine coach, is in. Graffiato's Mike Isabella, your Top Chef Testant winner here.
And Matt Carroll from Rogue 24, RJ's new place. We're going to hear all of that. We have a great show next week. We had a great show today. Everybody have a delicious week.